Good evening, students. Last accounting standard and last 2 days. So Saturday, and we will have one more session that is on Tuesday. So friends, today's accounting standard 10, property, plant and equipment. Previously, this standard name was accounting for fixed asset. But why? Why ICI changed its name from fixed asset to property, plant and equipment? Logic is very simple. Fixed asset, it consists of tangible and intangible assets. But friends, intangible assets are already covered in accounting standard 26. So it should not be like tangible assets. So to have a same name as IFRS and IAS number 16, that is property, plant and equipment, in accounting standard we introduced accounting standard 10, property, plant and equipment. It's similar exactly as per IAS 16 and Ind AS 16. So the name is now property, plant and equipment, because tangible assets word is not so much popular. So they kept it very simple, that property, plant and equipment, but it's nothing but it's a tangible asset. Friends, accounting standard 6 was depreciation. Before introduction of this revised standard, there was one accounting standard 6, depreciation. But why there is a need to keep it separately? One is property, plant and equipment, and related to that, depreciation. So these two standards get merged into only one accounting standard, that is accounting standard 10, property, plant and equipment. So इसकी हिस्ट्री मैंने आपको बता दी कि अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 के पहले क्या था. अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं. अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 जो है, ये आने के पहले इसका नाम हुआ करता था अकाउंटिंग फॉर फिक्स एसेट. पर फिक्स एसेट बोला तो टैंजिबल इंटैंजिबल ये दोनों वर्ड्स आने वाले हैं. तो इंटेंजिबल एसेट्स को अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 26 ने कवर कर लिया. तो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 26 ने इंटेंजिबल एसेट्स को कवर किया, तो रखना था टैंजिबल एसेट्स, बट टैंजिबल एसेट्स इज नॉट पॉपुलर वर्ड, और इसके वजह से उसका नाम बदल के सिमिलर टू आईएफआरएस और आईएएस के हिसाब से लाया गया, दैट इज प्रॉपर्टी, प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट. और हमारे इसमें इंडेक्स भी है अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 के जैसा ही, सिमिलर एग्जैक्ट वही क्वेश्चन हम लोग फाइनल में भी देखेंगे, दैट इज प्रॉपर्टी, प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट. सो फ्रेंड्स, let's start with this accounting standard. Before explanation of any accounting standard, first question to yourself, whether this is accounting standard or disclosure standard. Only disclosure means you are going to record it in notes to accounts, but whenever you are asking it for accounting standard, it is always, remember, it is always RMPD analysis. RMPD analysis is nothing but recognition, measurement, presentation and disclosures. So this standard is an accounting standard. This standard is an accounting standard, friends. So very good evening to all of you. थोड़ा एनर्जी लाइए. महानता जी, हितेश जैन, योगिता, बेटा मुक्ता, यस आई एम फाइन बेटा मुक्ता जी, आयुष, विकास, रफीक भाई, आदर्श जी, जनेशा, उमा, यस गुड, yes, very good. Mahadev Bharadwaj, yes, good evening to all of you. So let's start. Today is a Saturday. Many students, they have their own plans, but those students who are attending in the live session, always great beta. Yes, try to attend maximum in live sessions, and only 2 days are remaining for accounting standards group 1. So I hope you will definitely attend it in live only for me. Okay, chalo. So let's start. AS10. What we are going to see overview, we are going to see that is the introduction part. So first we are going to start with introduction. So what is the introduction of this accounting standard? Objective. Objective is very easy. That to prescribe the accounting treatment, sir. This is the accounting standard. So this is accounting treatment of property, plant and equipment. Okay. So S10 revised is there. Okay, it's not actual A standard S10. So this is revised. Help the user financial statements to understand accounting treatment of fixed asset. Okay. To understand the information about the investment in property, plant and equipment. And second one, changes in the PPE. So whenever there is a changes in the such means subsequent cost that you are going to incur. So first time you are incurring any cost, how to record that, and subsequent cost, that is also how to record that. We are going to see it in accounting standard 10, property, plant and equipment. So you can take a screenshot of this. Okay. Chaliye. Now, meaning of property, plant and equipment. Now, what is the meaning of property, plant and equipment? It's very simple. It is a tangible assets. Okay, so PPE is a tangible items. You can see here, it's a tangible items. And this is expected to use for more than 12 months. So this is expected to be used, to use it for more than 12 months. And remember, it is always held for. Now, this is held for production or supply of goods or services, production of goods or supply of services. Second one, for rental purpose. And third one, for administrative purpose. So suppose if you have any building that you have given in the on the rental basis, or if you have any computers that are also given on the rental basis, you can record that as an asset because it is giving you benefit more than 12 months. So whenever you are using it for more than 12 months, not only for production of goods or supply of services, but also for rental purpose and even for administration purpose. Suppose if I have one computer, laptop, and I'm using it only for my admission purpose, then in that case, that is the administrative purpose. In that case, that will be held for use more than 12 months, and it is called as accounting standard 12, PPE, property, plant and equipment. I hope you got the definition of property, plant and equipment. You can take a screenshot. Okay. Now, what about spare parts? Spare parts, standby equipments and servicing equipments. It's very important that you are using any spare parts specifically for that fixed asset. It will be recorded as S10. Okay, if it meets the definition. Now, what is the definition of PPE? So that asset you are using it for more than 12 months. For that purpose, that three purposes, and in that case, that definition of PPE, if it meets, yes beta, it will be accounting standard 10. But suppose that spare parts are not meeting the definition of PPE, you will classify it as inventory. So you will classify it as inventory. So that is accounting standard 2. So spare parts, standby equipments and servicing equipment meet the definition of PPE. Yes, then it is accounting standard 10. Otherwise, it will be accounting standard 2. I hope you got the concept. यस बेटा, मुक्ता जी, ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट को भी हम लोग प्रॉपर्टी, प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट ही बुलाएंगे. वेरी गुड बेटा. यस अंकित जी, नाउ आई एम वेरी फाइन बेटा. बूस्टर डोज लेके हफ्ता हो गया. सो नाउ एनर्जी अगेन सेम एनर्जी से मैं सिखा रहा हूं. सो क्लासिफाई एज इन्वेंटरी ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2. सो इफ मीट्स द डेफिनेशन, yes, is 10, and if does not meet the definition, this is accounting standard 2. Okay. So now what we are going to see it in this, we are going to see RMPD analysis. So what is RMPD analysis? Recognition of PPE. So what is the value of that PPE? Recognition of PPE. So when to record property, plant and equipment in your books? Otherwise you will record it as an expenses. अगर आपने recognize कब करना है? Recognize मतलब आपके बुक्स में कब रिकॉर्ड करना है? बुक्स में तब रिकॉर्ड करना है जब आपको ये प्रॉपर्टी, प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट का क्राइटेरिया जो है, रिकॉग्निशन क्राइटेरिया, ये फुलफिल हुए. इफ दिस क्राइटेरियाज आर फुलफिल्ड, then only you will record it as a property, plant and equipment. Otherwise you will record it as expenses. Okay, it's very simple. Then what is the measurement? So what is the measurement, beta? Determination of the carrying amount. So determination of carrying amount, we are going to measure it. Third one is depreciation. How to record depreciation, that is also covered in accounting standard 10 only, not in accounting standard 6. And last but not least, this is the impairment losses. Now what is impairment? Impairment means your book value is greater than its recoverable amount. So when book value is greater than recoverable amount, it is called as impairment. I will take one example later to tell you about impairment losses. Okay friends, I hope you got the major issues, you understood it. What we are going to see, one is recognition, second one is measurement, that is determination of the carrying amount. Depreciation charge, we are going to see it in, and third one is impairment losses. Easy che? Are easy che ke? Okay, screenshot over. Chalo, next one. What is the scope of S10? Scope of S10. S10 is not applicable to when another AS requires. Other AS requires or permits a different accounting treatment. If other AS is giving you some different accounting treatment, beta. Second one, biological assets. Now it's very important. What is biological asset? That I'm going to explain it later on. Biological assets. Yes, in next slide only we are going to see vesting asset. Vesting asset means it's related to minerals. बेटा माइंस में जो मिलती है ना उसको वेस्टिंग एसेट बोला जाता है. सो माइंस से रिलेटेड जो एसेट होती है उसको, तो उसके लिए स्पेसिफिक गाइडलाइन है. एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉपर्टी. Now what is investment property? Because it is covered under accounting standard 13. So we are not going to see it here. What is biological asset? So for the first one, biological asset means living animal and plant. Living animal के लिए S10 is not applicable, but plant के लिए only for bearer plant. Now what is bearer plant? That I am going to explain you. Bearer plants S10 is applicable. Yes. Question. देखते हैं आपका फोकस आप लोगों का चेक करते हैं. Yes. Tell me fast what is the definition of accounting standard 10 का property, plant and equipment. चलो fast write it in the comment section. What is the definition of property, plant and equipment? Waiting for your questions, answers. Yes, beta. I'm giving you exactly 15 seconds. 30 seconds to write it. चलो कौन डेफिनेशन लिख रहा है फटाफट. 30 seconds you have to write. Very good. Accounting standard 10 is a tangible assets for more than 12 months. तानिया पाटनकर ने लिख दिया. नागेश कुमार, वेरी गुड बेटा. To use it the production or supply of production of goods and supply of services, rental services and beta you forgot administration. So नागेश कुमार ने exact definition दिया था. Very good. So 3 uses beta. More than 12 months. Chalo. Okay. Now what is bearer plant? Now what is bearer plant that we are going to see now? So sir, bearer plant is nothing but, yes, bearer plant. See, you can see here, bearer plant is a living plant. थोड़ा टेक्निकल हो जाएगा. Living plant is used in the production or supply of agricultural products. Okay, so agriculture produces में जो भी use होता है, to be you expect this to use it for more than 1 year, and third one has a remote likelihood of being sold as agricultural produce except for incidental scrap sales. In simple language, I will not go in detail. I will tell you in the shortcut beta. See, what is bearer plant? Bearer plant means mango tree. Mango tree will be bearer plant, but mangoes are not plants. So for mangoes, S10 is not applicable. But for mango tree, S10 is applicable. Simple. Okay, so एक बार हिंदी में बता देता हूं. पौधा जो होता है, जो आपको कुछ तो प्रोड्यूस करके देगा, मतलब वो पेड़ में से आपको फल मिलेगा और वो फल आप बेचोगे, तो वो पेड़ जो है वो आपको 12 महीने से ज्यादा आप यूज करते हो और वो पेड़ आपको कुछ तो कमाने का एक जरिया है, तो वो केस में आप उसको क्या बोलोगे? इट्स अ बेयरर प्लांट. पर वही सपोज आपने एक सागवान का ट्री जो है वो लगवा दिया है और आपको उससे वुड चाहिए. वुड चाहिए मतलब बाद में आप उसको काटने वाले हो और वो यूज करने वाले हो, तो बेटा ये बेयरर प्लांट में नहीं आता है. सो सागवान का जो पेड़ है वो नहीं आएगा, या चंदन का, तो बेटा ये पेड़ जो होते हैं ये नहीं आएंगे. सो बेयरर प्लांट मतलब मैंगो ट्री आएगा बट सागवान ट्री नहीं आएगा. आया समझ में? सो इट्स वेरी सिंपल. यस, very good. So bearer plant S10 is applicable. It's a small definition, that's why it is covered. So in your real life also, suppose now in India we do not have itna detail accounting for bearer plants and all, but outside India beta, but obvious their farms are also bigger and therefore accounting is also proper. So वहां पे bearer plant और ये सब है ना, that is where they are very technical terms, so you have to understand that. So at least we covered it, that bearer plants and this all things in S10. Previously it was not there in when I studied this accounting standard. At that time, no, not in so much detail beta bearer plant and all, but now yes, but obvious bearer plant ही आपका आने वाला है. No बेटा, लेमन ट्री नहीं आएगा. Recognition criteria for PPE. Recognition criteria for PPE. Now what is recognition? When to record it? When you will record your PPE in your books. Now value is a different part, that is covered under measurement. Measurement is the second part. First, when you are going to show it in your books of accounts, recognition. Okay. हाँ, very good, very good. Pooja PS ने she explained it very well. Sir, when we use the produce of plants, they are bearer plants. Okay, correct है बेटा. But if we use the plant itself, is not a bearer plant. Very good, good definition, good understanding, Pooja ji. PPE should be recognized as an asset. When to recognize as an asset? You can see here. If you can measure it reliably and probable that. Now see, this person who is eating watermelon beta, that person means he is getting some benefits. Okay, so probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. In that case, probable future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. And second one, cost can be measured reliably. So when you can measure it reliably, beta measurement tape है वो. So that is only the reason मैंने वो pictures बताए हुए हैं. So cost can be measured reliably. It is called as PPE. So when to recognize in your books of accounts, when you can probable. Now what is probable? Probable means 50% more chances. Not possible. Possible means less than 50%. And probable means chances are greater than 50%. Now, after learning accounts from Sanket sir, now it's probable that you are going to pass it in the exam. So now probable means there are chances more than 50% that you are going to yes beta pass your exam. It is called as probable. Okay, so probable and possible, there are two different concepts. What is probable? Probable and possible. Probable means एक सेकंड ना बेटा, एक ही सेकंड, क्वेरी लिंक मेरे से बंद हो गया. Probable and possible. Probable means 50% more than chances that you will incur some benefit by taking that asset. So for example, if I bought one car, and I will visit my clients from that car. So beta, and I will get my client fees, professional fees. So that is probable future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. And what is cost can be measured reliably. So I will get that invoice of my car. So cost can be measured reliably. So that invoice will give me final cost of my asset to be recorded in my books is called as cost of that asset can be measured reliably. It's very simple that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise, and second one, cost can be measured reliably. Okay. Yes. If you have any query. Okay. Probable means 50% more chances. Very good. Chalo. Take a screenshot of this and please write down this in comment section. Although these two conditions you have to retain. So beta, yes. So everyone has written this recognition. Illustration number 1. We'll solve one illustration based on this concept. Yes, anyone who read after explanation of my concept from study material beta? Chalo. Read this illustration number 1. Read it and tell me the answer. Yes, tell me the answer fast. The standard you have to apply your logics, huh, beta? After explanation, apply your logics. Fact is that entity incurred renovation expenditure. So facts is very easy. Provision. PP is recognized only when future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise and cost can be measured reliably. And conclusion. The expenditure in remodeling or remodeling, renovating in simple language, remodeling, the store will create a future economic benefit and cost of the remodeling, beta, it's not remolding, it's printing mistake. Can be measured reliably, therefore it should be capitalized. So first answer is over. You got the concept? Now what is cost incurred? Cost incurred is divided in situation one initially. Yes, have you taken the screenshot? Yes, you have taken the screenshot. Cost incurred initially and subsequently. Initially will be recorded at cost to acquire the asset. So initial, first time when you are incurring it. So acquisition. So first time is the acquisition, and subsequently means you will acquire it, means add it, replace it, or servicing it. So second time when you are incurring cost, you will add some asset in that. Otherwise, you will replace old asset and purchase some parts, or you want to servicing cost. You want to incur some servicing costs. So these are cost incurred. Okay. So second one over. Okay. Next one. Now what is subsequent cost? Now what a subsequent cost means, basically it is divided in three parts. The subsequent costs are divided in three parts. One is day-to-day servicing cost. Second one is replacement cost, and third one is regular major inspection cost. Now this is very important. So see, initially it's very easy, sir. Initially one time you are incurring that cost means for buying that asset. But afterwards, why you are incurring cost? Because you have to incur it day-to-day basis pay. So it's a servicing cost in simple language. Replacement of any part, worn out part, that you are replacing it with new part. And otherwise you will see the feasible report. Okay, so feasibility report means what? Whether your asset is good, or whether it is in good condition, that you are going to use it in the future. So that major inspection cost. Better this company के angle से सोचो. Don't think from your scooter and car point of view. Please think from the from company point of view. And these companies are really very big companies, and that you will have some major plant and machinery, and that major plant and machinery, that irregular major inspection cost, how you are going to treat that cost beta. For example, so inspection cost, you have to do some inspection. For example, now in our example also, society ke case mein, we have that swimming pool, and we regularly give some inspection cost to that person, regular basis pay. So that inspection cost, or suppose after 6-7 years, whether we have to replace that part or we will continue with the same machine, he will charge, because that person is very technical or highly qualified person. So such people will take some fees from you, and that inspection cost, how to treat it. In previous accounting standard 10, there was no so much guidelines about expenditure, but now in this new accounting standard, when it revised accounting standard, we have detailed guidelines regarding all these subsequent costs. So it's very simple, that day-to-day servicing cost, or replacement of parts of PPE, and regular major inspection cost. Cost of labor, cost of consumables, and cost of small parts. Normally we charge it in profit and loss account, where we consider it in profit and loss account. So you can take a screenshot of this. So tell me how many costs you are going to incur subsequently. How many costs, beta? How many costs? Write it in the comment section. अरे डे टू डे सर्विसिंग रे बेटा, नॉट पेट्रोल कॉस्ट. अरे स्नेहा जी, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉस्ट which are we are going to incur on that machinery beta. When you purchase one vehicle, you are doing it regular maintenance. How beta petrol will be covered here in property, plant and equipment? They are talking about expenditure which you incurred on the asset to maintain it. So that is the first cost. ओके स्नेहा जी, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाइए कि बेटा यहाँ पे समझ लीजिए कि ये कॉस्ट हम लोग जो एसेट्स के ऊपर इनकर कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं बेटा. एसेट्स के ऊपर इनकर करने वाले कॉस्ट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Now what about replacement parts? Replacement parts. Now this is very interesting, beta. Please understand it. This is very new feature as per revised accounting standard. Regular intervals. You are doing replacement at regular intervals or frequent replacements. Relining of furnace aircraft interior. So beta, aircraft interiors or relining of furnace. So these are some regular intervals. So aircraft interiors, normally we are changing it after 3 to 5 years, unless beta replacing interior walls of building. Yes, that those are not regular intervals. Now this is very important. Capitalization if recognition criteria are going to make. So what is the recognition criteria? Beta, those two recognition criteria. One is probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. And what is the second one? That cost can be measured reliably. So these two recognition criteria, if you meet it, okay. So ये दो criteria आपको यदि होते हैं, for example आपने regular interval पे किया या less frequent interval पे किया, तो आपने यदि ये regular parts, regular intervals पे ये कुछ किया रहेगा, तो in that case क्या करेंगे हम लोग इसको कैपिटलाइज करेंगे. अदरवाइज कैरिंग अमाउंट ऑफ द रिप्लेस पार्ट is derecognized. Okay, got the concept? Yes. So now if you are replacing any part and assume that replacement cost, whether you are going to record it in the profit and loss account or whether you are going to record it in asset. So whether you will record it in asset means you will add it in your asset. So it depends on वापस which criteria, that recognition criteria. Friends, for example, I'm giving you one simple example so you'll understand it. Suppose replacement, for example, suppose you are a filter of your fuel filter, if you replace it, or there is a fuse beta in your car. So that fuse, if you replace it, so that costing is hardly rupees 30, 35 or 100 rupees. Okay. So that fuse part. So that fuse part will not increase your life of the asset. Okay. Only the maintenance will be good after replacing it. So beta, oil changing. Now oil changing is not a replacement. That will be considered in the profit and loss account. But beta, if you replace your engine, so your engine life previously it was 5 years, but after 4 years you replace it for next, now it will benefit you for next 5 to 6 years. So better that replacement is called as capitalization. So that replacement will be called as capitalization. So first you have to identify nature. Again, accounting standard 10 is giving you guidance. Okay, it is not that you should follow in the same way. Okay, so it is accounting standards are nothing but it is only guidance given to the management. Now how they interpret the result और अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड एंड हाउ दे आर अप्लाइंग इट, एंड सपोज इफ यू आर फाइंडिंग कि नहीं मैनेजमेंट ने ये अच्छे से अप्लाई नहीं किया है, यू कैन गिव इट इन योर ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. अच्छा ध्यान में आया. सो इफ यू थिंक नहीं ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, तो यू हैव टू गिव इट इन द ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. सो नॉर्मली अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 इज गिविंग यू गाइडलाइन हाउ टू रिकॉर्ड एन एसेट, how to add your asset, how to deduct your asset. Okay, so replacement. So replacement, I hope you now got the concept of replacement. So you can take a screenshot of replacement beta. Replacement part. Okay. And last one is a regular major inspection. So major inspection cost to operate, you can read this theory, and illustration 2 and 3 are depending on this. To operate an item of PPE, performing regular major inspections may be a condition. Such inspection cost is recognized in carrying amount as replacement if recognition criteria are met. Any remaining carrying amount of the previous inspection is de-recognized. Now, this is very, very interesting. Understand it. I will tell you. Okay. No, beta, not recognized. Mukta ji. Suppose your AC is costing rupees 1 lakh. Assume it's 5-star AC and Mitsubishi NC. Assume heavy duty is 1 lakh. Its compressor is costing me rupees 40,000 and remaining part is a 60,000. Now this compressor life is 5 years. Assume life is 5 years. This is a just example. And assume this life is 10 years, other part. So this is component accounting. When you do this, and this is allowed in accounting standard 10. Previously there was no concept of accounting component accounting beta previously, but now there is a concept of component accounting. It is giving me 8,000 rupees depreciation, and assume after 3 years depreciation, yes beta, I replace this previous part. 24,000 is my depreciation, so I left with 16,000 WDV. 16,000 WDV. So my depreciation is 24,000 and I left with 16,000 WDV. Now beta, understand it. Now, when you replace with new compressor, after 3 years I change it. So balance in the compressor, I will reduce it. That is a previous replacement part, and I will add it. Suppose new compressor costing me 45,000. So I will add 45,000. Now this is a new concept. New concept. So previous inspection, I will deduct it. And new inspection cost, similarly, new inspection cost, I will add it. Similar to this replacement part. So previous replacement part, you have to deduct it. Okay. And if it is not identifiable, then on the basis of current cost, you will identify previous cost. Okay. On the basis of current cost, you can identify previous cost. Okay. So if it is not identifiable, we will solve one illustration so we'll understand it. So beta, illustration number 2 and 3. I hope you got the concept. Yes. Can you tell me? एक बार मैं हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूं ताकि आपको और अच्छे से समझ में आए. देखो बेटा, कंपोनेंट अकाउंटिंग को बहुत बड़ा बढ़ावा दिया गया है. कंपोनेंट अकाउंटिंग मतलब क्या? 1 लाख रुपए की आपकी कॉस्ट है. 1 लाख रुपए का आपका एक एसी है. अभी एसी जो है वो 1 लाख रुपए का है, उसमें से 40,000 का एक कंप्रेसर है और 60,000 ये अदर पार्ट से और एसी के. तो ये 40,000 की लाइफ बेटा 5 साल है, 60,000 की लाइफ 10 साल है. अभी आपने कंप्रेसर 3 साल के बाद बदला. 3 साल के बाद बदला तो मेरा 24,000 डिप्रिसिएशन ऑलरेडी हुआ था, तो मैं बचा 16,000 डिप्रिसिएशन बुक वैल्यू. अब ये 16,000 जो बुक वैल्यू है, जब मैं रिप्लेसमेंट करता हूं तो ये मुझे माइनस करना पड़ेगा एसी के कॉस्ट में से. एसी के कॉस्ट में से मुझे माइनस करना पड़ेगा और नया रिप्लेसमेंट पार्ट 45,000 मुझे उसमें ऐड करना पड़ेगा. इट्स अ सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डब्ल्यूडीवी एंड डिलीशन ऑफ द ओल्ड पार्ट एंड रिप्लेसमेंट विद द न्यू पार्ट. यस, आर यू गेटिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट? चलो जल्दी से मुझे बताइए. यस बेटा, 16,000 माइनस करके P&L चा डेबिट ला. यस, यू आर करेक्ट. एंड 45,000 वी विल ऐड इट. यस, करेक्ट है, करेक्ट है, करेक्ट है. 16,000 हम लोग माइनस करेंगे, मतलब P&L को डेबिट में देंगे. यस नलिनी जी. बेटा, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स. आर यू गेटिंग दिस कॉन्सेप्ट? बिकॉज दिस इज रियली ट्रिकी कॉन्सेप्ट. रिप्लेसमेंट. चलो यार, गिव मी योर फीडबैक्स फटाफट फटाफट. Hmm. Okay. Component accounting is interesting. Prabhas Jain is saying. Yes, 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 yes. विकास जी करेक्ट है. चलिए, सो एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. Example number 2, sir. Illustration number 2. 15 illustrations are there, beta. Total 15 or 16. Previous cost was unidentified. So compulsory. This is compulsory, beta. Derecognition. So based on the current situation, and if it is not practicable, so future similar inspection. Suppose this inspection was done in before 5 years. तो कितना कॉस्ट आपने चार्ज किया रहता वो बेसिस पे आपको करना है. सो यू हैव टू assume previous inspection cost. If you can't have bifurcation, you have to assume previous inspection cost. चलिए, read illustration 2 and 3 fast. Read it. Tell me in the comment section, are you getting this concept or not? Yes, what you understood? Tell me. Loss on sale is a different thing, beta. Loss on sale is a different thing. We removed that part and we added with a new one. Yes, what you understood? Sir, practically it is very difficult. We want some technical person to do this, okay? To identify the life or to identify the cost component of the compressor. So we need some expertise people. In real life, it is possible only for listed companies and those companies who are having, yes, good capital. For small firms or small companies, it's not possible. Though, yes, it is recommendatory, but it's not possible practically for small companies. Yes. Friends, are you getting this concept? Whatever you understood, please write it. I will read your answer. आपका आंसर मैं लिखता हूं. Today's session AS10 is बेटा हाईएस्ट आप बोल सकते हो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड है प्रैक्टिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. और साइज भी सबसे बड़ी है S10 की एज कंपेयर टू अदर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स. So have patience till last minute because it's very difficult to sit for this accounting standard. If you answer my questions, definitely you will understand this. Nalini ji, yes, I will read for you. What happens if the cost of previous part was not identified? For example, in my example, you couldn't identify that AC compressor in the transaction in which item was acquired, that AC acquired or constructed. Derecognition of the carrying amount occurs. Derecognition means do not record it in simple language, means remove that cost, irrespective, regardless whether cost of previous part was identified in the transaction in which item was acquired or constructed. Means whether you recorded separately or you have not recorded it separately, but you have to derecognize that part. For example, you are showing AC, whole AC in your balance sheet asset side. It's not that you are showing AC component differently and AC different part. Okay, compressor and AC you are showing as a one item. Still, you have to derecognize if you are changing that compressor. Okay, Nalini ji. Suppose if it is not practicable, in that case, how to recognize it or derecognize it? It may use the cost of replacement. For example, new replacement cost is 45,000 and estimated cost of future similar inspection as an indication of what the cost you replaced. So you will consider if 45,000 I incurred 5 years back, in that case, what was my cost? 45,000 due to inflation factor. So you will calculate its present value. Present value is, suppose inflation you will consider at 8%. So 1.08 raised to 5 as a discounting factor. And this will be your past cost. This will be your past cost divided by how many, yes, life of that compressor, assume 5 years. And you are replacing it after 3 years. So this is your depreciation on that asset, and balancing figure is a WDV you will consider. So suppose if it is not practicable, so you will consider current replacement cost as replaced part. Okay, but don't consider 45,000. You will discount it and you will calculate it. Okay, so that was your previous cost. If you do not have current, if you do not have past records about compressor, you will calculate it using current data. Nalini ji, still you are not getting, or आपको अभी समझ में आ गया? Yes, tell me. It's difficult. Yes, Nalini ji. You can ask your questions, beta. Today I am going very slow because the standard is very important in your future also from practical point of view. Nalini, are you getting it or not? I'm not getting your responses, beta. Are you feeling lazy? Yes. Otherwise, tell me. I will stop my question answer session. If you don't want to respond, I will directly teach you. I won't ask you concepts and all. To write it in the comment section also. Yes, beta. They are valuers, beta. They are valuers. They are professional valuers. Ayush Agarwal ji. कावेरी बेटा देखो, प्रीवियस पार्ट आपको बेटा इसमें से रिमूव करना पड़ेगा। प्रीवियस पार्ट जो है वो डी रिकॉग्नाइज करना पड़ेगा। एसी का कंप्रेसर का मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया कि 1 लाख की कॉस्ट थी, 45,000 उसका प्रीवियस कॉस्ट था, या 40,000 उसका प्रीवियस कॉस्ट है, तो आपको वो डी रिकॉग्नाइज करना पड़ेगा। यही तो मैं बता रहा हूं कि आपने पहले किया था या नहीं किया था, इसके ऊपर नहीं डिपेंड करता। इन फ्यूचर यू हैव टू डू इट आफ्टर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 रिवाइज्ड, yes, when introduced by ICI. So till now I don't think you have any problem. नलिनी छोड़ के सबने रिप्लाई दिए, गॉट इट करके। चलो, एक्चुअली इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग बेटा, वो LIC के रहते हैं, दे आर नॉट वैल्यूअर्स। एक्चुअली मतलब बहुत बड़ी पोस्ट है बेटा, डोंट कंपेयर। एक्चुअली क्या ये करेंगे क्या, दीज आर टेक्निकल पर्सन्स। चलो कोई बात नहीं, वी विल मूव टू नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट नाउ, हाउ टू मेजर इट। मेजरमेंट पार्ट, मेजरमेंट वी हैव टू डू इट एट द टाइम ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन एंड आफ्टर रिकॉग्निशन। Yes, recognition, and this is recognition at the time of recognition means first time when you are calculating it, you always use cost model. Which model beta? Cost model. And afterwards means after recognition, you will do it cost model or revaluation model. So you have two options, cost model or revaluation model. Carrying amount means WDV beta. Okay, so after recognition, yes, I'm not getting your answers, beta. Chalo, yes, measurement at recognition and after recognition, write down. You have two models. Yes beta, Ritika, previous cost deducted and new cost added. Now what is cost model? Cost model, PPE acquisition cost. Beta, this is actually, these are some technical parts which are given in the standard, but it's very simple. That cost model means when you acquire it at that price, the price for which you recorded or you acquired that asset is called as cost model. It's called as cost model. Cost means purchase price, same like inventory valuation definition, plus directly attributable cost, and plus dismantling. Now this is very, very important. Dismantling or removal cost that you are going to incur it in the future. That cost you will record it today. Oh sir, dismantling cost that we are going to incur it in the future. And whether we are going to record it today, yes sir, that is going to be recorded today. That is a dismantling cost. Now what is directly attributable cost? So please read this list, what is to be included and what is not to be included. Employee benefits cost directly attributable to acquisition. For example, that labor cost, who is installing that machine, their cost will be added. Site preparation means leveling of that land, or you have to prepare some podium. For this computer I need to prepare one podium, so that is a site preparation. Okay, so initial delivery, so first time if you are taking delivery of that asset, from example from UP, this asset sent to you in Maharashtra or from Haryana. So now I bought one chair from Haryana beta, and now this chair ka jo mera cost hai, that cost will be added, but obvious. Installation and assembly cost, so that is also added, but obvious. Professional cost, now professional people, if they are taking, for example, in simple language, I'm telling you one example. When I want to set my studio, or when I want to set my classes setup, at that time we called some professional persons, okay, how to set the mic or speakers, so that professional cost, and we paid him a huge amount, so that professional cost is also added. Cost of testing, okay, so this is also added when you set with this machine, so that cost of testing. Introduction of new product, beta, advertisement cost, no. Initial operating losses, suppose if I'm incurring some losses initially, that is also not added, but it is debited to profit and loss account. So no means it is not added to your asset, it will be recorded in profit and loss account. Opening of new facility, relocating, so for one you are shifting your plant from one site to another site, so that relocation is not added to your cost. Cost of staff training, so whether if you are incurring some staff training cost, it is also not added. Administration and other general overhead are never added, it is debited to profit and loss account. So this is directly attributable cost. And finance cost, if it is related to any specific qualifying asset, then it will be added, otherwise it is recorded in the profit and loss account. Illustration number 4 to 7. First we will solve these illustrations and then we will take a break. So first, solving of illustration number 4 to 7. I am giving you exactly 5 minutes. Four to 7, I am giving you all questions के लिए. 4 to 7, please read all these questions. Four to 7 questions. You have exactly 5 minutes. Chalo, start. 6 minutes I am giving you. You tell me the answer, all questions. Send me answers. Send it. चलिए लास्ट 30 seconds. चलो first illustration number 4. Entity A has a existing freehold factory property which it intends to knock down and redevelop. During the redevelopment period, the company will move its production facilities to another site. The following incremental costs will be incurred: setup cost 5 lakhs to install it to new machinery, new location; rent 15 lakhs and removal cost 3 lakhs to transport the machinery from old location to new one. Beta, how to write the answer? You can take a screenshot if you want. Illustration number 4. Facts of the case. In redevelopment period, the company will move its production facility to another site. Provisions: costs are not to be recognized. Costs are not to be included in the cost of assets if they are not directly attributable to bringing the assets to the location and condition necessary for its capable of being operating in a manner intended by management. Incremental cost would have been avoided. So beta, this cost is not the first time delivery cost. So conclusion: nature of cost of relocating and reorganizing operations do not meet the criteria of S10 and therefore it is transferred to P&L as it is a revenue expenditure. Take a screenshot. Illustration number 4. I hope you got the concept, how to read the question and how to write the answer. Relocating cost. So illustration number 4 is basically, it is based on, yes, you can write on the question, relocating cost. You can write on the question better. Second one, ILU 5. Omega Limited contracted with a supplier to purchase a machinery which is to be installed in one department in 3 months' time. Special foundation were acquired for the machinery which were to be prepared with the supply lead time. This cost of preparation, site preparation cost add. These activities are supervised by the technical person. 45,000 into 3 months. Into 3 months, you can write over there, into 3 months. Machinery cost, yes. Technical person cost is added. Technical person, yes, added. Bring the factory site, this cost is also added. And architect salary is also added, beta. Professional fees, architect fees, so 30,000. And by adding this cost, so all costs will be added. Yes, so this is your answer. You can take a screenshot of 5th number. Please read these questions when I'm telling you to read this. So you will find it very easy at the time of explanation. I'm giving you proper timing. Chaliye. So let's move to question number 6. Entity BA, which operates a major chain of supermarket, has acquired a new store location. The new location requires a significant renovation expenditure. Management expects the renovation will last for 3 months, during which supermarket will be closed. Management has prepared the budget for this period, including expenditure related to construction and remodeling, salaries to staff who will be preparing the store before its opening, and related utilities cost. So beta, how many costs are there? Number 1, expenditure related to construction and remodeling. Number 2, salary who will prepare the store before opening. So, and related utilities cost is number 3. So beta, first cost is capitalized. Salary to staff who will use these persons who used before preparation of the site. Beta, these are P&L items, and other related cost is also P&L. So there are 3 costs. Capitalization of the cost is necessary to bring the asset to the condition necessary for operating. As per AS10, costs are not necessary to bring the assets to its condition necessary for operation should be expenditure. So only construction of remodeling should be capitalized and other cost will be debited to profit and loss account. So it's very simple, my friends. Illustration number 6. You can take a screenshot. Better these questions maybe ask you for 5 marks. Huh? 5 marks questions. Yes, many students, it's very boring part afterwards. So please answer this all questions. Chaliye. So we'll move to next question, sir. Yes, very simple question. An amusement park has a soft opening to the public. So this amusement park, Imagica in near Mumbai, beta. In trial run for its attractions, tickets are sold at 50% discount during the period and the operating capacity is 80%. So all sites, beta, all rides are not yet open. Soft opening is there, only 80% are open. And you are getting a discount of 50%. So there is a loss also. The official opening day for amusement park is 3 months later. Official announcement date is there. But beta just want to take a trial run. Management claims that the soft opening is a trial run. No beta. Public की लाइफ आप कैसे धोखे में डालोगे? आपने सबके लिए ओपन रखा है. भले ऑफिशियल डेट इज डिफरेंट, बट you open it to public. It means beta you are running it 100%, though it is not run, but 80% running means you are not opening for just a trial run is not there, beta. You are playing with the life of the people. So it's very difficult कि आप इसको ट्रायल रन नहीं बोल सकते. याद रखना, ट्रायल रन कैसे, मैं आपके लाइफ के ऊपर ट्रायल ले सकता हूं क्या? कभी भी नहीं ले सकता. सो ये एक्सपेंडिचर जो है वो आपको कैपिटलाइज नहीं करना पड़ेगा, इट्स P&L में ही जाएगा. सो हाउ टू राइट द आंसर? यस, फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस. सॉफ्ट ओपनिंग ऑफ द अम्यूजमेंट पार्क टू बी in the condition capable of operating in the intended manner should be capitalized as per management. As per AS10, cost necessary to bring the asset in condition. बेटा this sentence is on the continuous basis. बेटा वही sentence है जो बार बार हम लोग लिखने वाले हैं. Although the part of running is less than the full capacity, it has already been brought into the condition necessary for operating. Hence, these costs are not specific to start up the park and should be treated as revenue expenditure. So answer to this is revenue expenditure. You got this concept, beta? Yes. आपको स्क्रीनशॉट लेना था, चलो ले लीजिए. Please write it in your notebook properly, all these answers. चलिए, I hope you enjoyed till now, because now we are at the end of this. Last part is decommissioning charges, dismantling. Dismantling means that you are going to incur in the future. So this is your provision. Such cost incurred when PPE is used other than to produce inventory and PPE is used to previous. तो ये capitalize करना पड़ेगा and apply AS2. So dismantling means better future cost. Dismantling means future cost. Remember, future cost you will record it today only. Okay, how to record it? Asset account debit to provision. Asset account debit to provision account. Asset account debit to provision. For example, if I am going to incur in future 30,000 for removal that asset, so assets will be debited 30,000 to provision for this expenditure 30,000. So dismantling is a new concept. Till now you never heard this concept that dismantling cost is added to your asset. So बेटा this is also revised standard के हिसाब से. तो dismantling मतलब तोड़ने का कॉस्ट फ्यूचर में आने वाला है. तो फ्यूचर में जो कॉस्ट आएगा उसकी प्रोविजन आज ही करने की, क्या करने की एंट्री? एसेट अकाउंट डेबिट टू प्रोविजन फॉर दैट एक्सपेंस. एसेट टू प्रोविजन फॉर दैट एक्सपेंस. खत्म हुआ रे, बस हो गया. So cost model over. Okay, self construction cost we are going to understand it after break. So till now you have any query? Yes, if you have any query till now, you can ask me, otherwise we will take a break. चलो जल्दी से queries मैंने पूछे हैं. ब्रेक के बाद और मजा आएगा. So we completed 7 illustrations before break. I hope you understood till now. So we'll take a quick revision. So what is better? Property, plant and equipment. So till your query time, yes, I'm asking you, I'm telling you the some important concepts. So what is new in this? So S10, it talks about property, plant and equipment. What is the definition? It is a tangible assets which is used to expected for more than 12 months and which is used in the production of goods or supplying of services or for administrative purpose or to give it on the rental basis. We are providing it. So next one after this, yes, property, plant and equipment. You have to understand next concept. What is when to recognize it? When to recognize when it is probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise and cost can be measured reliably. In that case, you are going to record it. Third one, in case of measurement, there are 3 costs. One is the servicing cost, day-to-day servicing cost, transfer to P&L. So second one is the replacement cost. Replacement cost, previous replacement you will deduct it, and new replacement cost you will add it. And similar to that, inspection cost, previous was be deleted, and new inspection cost you will add it. After that, we have seen the cost model. Cost model is for at the time of recognition, and after recognition, beta means after recognition there are 2 models: cost model plus revaluation model. And after that, we have seen what is the cost. Cost means once time you are incurring that cost. So purchase price, directly attributable expenses, and important point is that dismantling, removal, and the restoration cost. And in directly attributable cost, we have divided in 2 parts. One is what is included, and one which is not to be included. And we solve 4 illustrations, 4, 5, 6, 7 based on this concept. Till now, I hope आपको पूरा का पूरा समझ में आया होगा. Okay. Yes, beta. Yes. Dismantling. बस हो गया. So we'll take a short break. There is no query, no sir, doubt, super clarity. Yes, Ritika, thank you. Like provision for depreciation. Yes, beta. अंकुर जी, प्रोविजन फॉर डिप्रिसिएशन जैसा बोल सकते हो, पर एसेट को डेबिट दिया जाएगा, नॉट डिप्रिसिएशन को डेबिट दिया जाएगा. यस, करेक्ट. ब्रेक 10 मिनट का. आई विल कम बैक 7:30 को आता हूं. Next one, self-constructed asset. Self-constructed asset. Self-constructed asset. Same principles. For example, suppose if you are buying asset, same principles on in case of self-constructed asset. Whatever cost you incurred, that additional principles, exclusion, what you are going to exclude. Exclusion is internal profits. Sir, what is internal profit? In case of department or in case of process costing, you already solved that. One department transfers goods to another department at cost plus profit. So that internal profit, you have to exclude it. You have to exclude that internal profits. So suppose if I'm buying material at rupees 500 and I'm using that material, same material in construction of my asset. So I will show it at 500 only. I should not show it at 700 rupees. So there is no internal profit. So my cost, I will record it on that basis. Self-construction. So whatever cost I will add it. Abnormal losses. While constructing any asset, if there is a loss and that loss is abnormal loss. Normal loss, which is inherent loss, which is absorbed by good units, but abnormal loss, it is not predicted loss. So it is unpredicted loss, and that loss will be debited to profit and loss account. You should not add it to the cost of the asset. Income and related incidental operations. In case of self-construction asset, for example, if I'm constructing one building, but till that time, parking cost, suppose before construction, that empty space, I have given it on rent. So that rental income, I will deduct it from asset. So income and related expenses, I will deduct it. Interest component is as per S16. So you know the principle. And bearer plans, you are aware that in the same way as construction of the asset. So bearer plant is better, don't take it seriously, but bearer plant is nothing but, yes, I already explained you that mango tree is a bearer plant, which is not giving you, you are not selling it as it is, but you are selling mangoes on that tree. Okay, so that is a bearer plant. So whatever cost you incur for that bearer plant, for self construction of that plant, you will add it. Now very, very important concept. Different situations of measurement of cost. Now this is really very interesting part. Different situations of measurement of cost. There are total 5 situations. You can take a screenshot and I will explain it one by one. So take a screenshot of different situations. Okay. So now I will explain it one by one. Payment is deferred beyond normal credit terms. So friends, in case of hire purchase. In case of hire purchase, you are recording asset at cash price and not at hire purchase price. So interest component is not considered in the asset cost, except S16 principle. You are aware that If it is a qualifying asset, that asset is taking a substantial time to get ready for its intended use. In that case, that cost will be, yes, added, that interest cost. Otherwise, interest will be debited to profit and loss account. So you will always record it at cash price. Yes, payments is beyond deferral. So cash price, total payment minus cash price is equal to interest. Interest recognized over credit period and capitalized as per S16. So this is a first situation. You can take a screenshot. Self-construction asset, beta Mukta. What is the example? Suppose if you are constructing one building for your administration purpose, in that case, it is called as self-constructed asset. You are doing self-construction. You are not giving any, or you are not buying any ready-made assets. For example, suppose if you prepare your own software for your own purpose, in that case, but that is AS26 is applicable. That second group faculty will take care about AS26, in that case, intangible assets in case of software. But suppose if you have any customized equipment as per your requirement, it is covered as self-constructed asset. I hope, Mukta, you got the concept. It's my request to all of you that Board of Studies, as you are aware about the new course, today itself, I filled that form. Many private faculties, they are just doing some videos. I have seen some videos regarding new course, but ऐसे है कि अपनी फैकल्टीज जब कुछ बताती है आपको न्यू कोर्स में, मुझे जो लगा, yes, this is only my suggestion, it's not mandatory, but see, MCQ एग्जाम नेगेटिव मार्किंग इज अ गुड स्टेप, बट अकाउंट्स जैसे पेपर को MCQ में लाना, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, इट विज नॉट जस्टिस, और कॉस्टिंग के जैसे पेपर को. सो इट इज ओनली वन एडवाइस जो आप मुझे लगा, just sharing one thought with you. Second thing, I have seen many students कि वो MCQ एक दूसरे को पूछते हैं, तो there must be 3 to 4 sets how you prepared in your foundation. So different sets will not lead to any copy, or otherwise what happens if students are doing copy of 30 marks, so remaining are only 10 to 15 marks. So according to me, they should not do any copy, and that is only the reason I will not suggest to have objective type questions. Though marks, yes, good move that 50% marks are there, but ultimately for practical subjects like accounts or costing, FM, eco you can say कि ठीक है, but for costing and accounts we should not have this, or income tax also actually, but income tax को अभी तो है ही. तो theory papers के लिए MCQ is good pattern, but for practical questions, practical papers, my suggestion is not to have objective type question. Second one, your stipend, yes, it's a good move that stipend is also increasing, and best part is that now 2 years articleship instead of 3 years. So last year you can have for your CA final exams, and 2 years dedicated articleship is required for your success, and 2 years is nothing better. Today also we are learning many things from our past experience or even new experience. So 2 years actually are not sufficient, but it's okay for passing any exam. 2 years experience, ठीक है, it's a good move. And 1 year for if you want to do with the practice part. तो ये एक मेरा व्यू था. बहुत से लोगों ने बहुत सारे वीडियोस बनाए, ये किया वो किया, ठीक है, पर ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं कुछ अलग कमेंट्स तो नहीं कर सकता हूं, बट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट कि इसके ऊपर मेरा ओपिनियन लिया तो मेरा ओपिनियन यही है, अकाउंट्स का पेपर और कॉस्टिंग का पेपर ये 100 मार्क्स का प्रैक्टिकल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं कि आप लोग ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस को एक दूसरे को पूछ के करते हो. तो ये मेरा सजेशन है. व्हाट इज योर व्यू ऑन दैट? यू कैन राइट इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन एंड इवन प्लीज सबमिट दैट बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज का पूरा शीट जो भी आपका रिव्यूज है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी. So it's important that ICAI students are also taking initiative to fill that form, and your suggestions are always welcome. So आपको जो भी लगता है regarding new course, you can tell us. Yes. Okay. नो बेटा, आर्टिकलशिप पीरियड आपके लिए नहीं है. मुक्ता जी, यू आर इन ओल्ड कोर्स. स्नेहा जी, सॉरी. चलो आगे जाते, आगे बढ़ते. सो इंटरेस्ट पार्ट ओवर. एंड बेटा this course is not for you for Intera. Remember, this is applicable from May 2023. So CA final course is for you, but old course is not for new course is not for you for inter level. And good move that there are only 6 subjects. Yes, no problem. Yeah, and it's very difficult to those students to give 2 groups in 8 months or 9 months. So I will definitely hats off to decision of president and vice president that they are taking only 6 subjects as per new policy. तो ये बहुत अच्छी मूव है according to me. Yes. PPE acquired in exchange of for non-monetary assets or combination of monetary and non-monetary assets. So friends, if PPE is acquired in exchange for non-monetary assets, yes, now this is very important concept. So please have concentration for next 5 to 10 minutes because this is really one which is not very easy. PPE acquired for exchange of asset to asset. Okay. So asset के बदले में asset. Now I'm giving you 5 minutes to read this adjustment for non-monetary assets. Can you explain me the concept? Can you explain me this concept? This is the concept on page number 3.78. Okay. यस, चलिए बताइए। चलिए, सो आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट। सी बेटा, commercial substance means what? Suppose if I am having Activa and I am replacing it with my friend's two-wheeler Jupiter. So almost average is same. Only I want some change, and he also wants some change, and that's why we exchange our bikes. So beta, there is no commercial substance, so no extra benefit to me also and he also. Okay, so that is lacking of commercial substance. तो मैंने एक्टिवा एक्सचेंज की जुपिटर के बदले में, तो इसको बोलते हैं कमर्शियल सब्सटेंस। ना मुझे फायदा है ना उसको फायदा है, ना मुझे फायदा है ना उसको फायदा है। सो जस्ट एक रहता है ना, चलो यार बोर हो गए, तो इसलिए हमने चेंज करवा दिया, बाइक चेंज के थोड़ा चेंज होने के लिए। ओके, बट assume what is commercial substance. But I have Activa and I replaced it with my father-in-law's Seltos four-wheeler. But obvious, there is a commercial substance. Okay, so this exchange of asset has some commercial substance. It does not lack commercial substance. It has commercial substance. Commercial substance means extra benefit I am getting. Yes, extra benefit that my client will think, अरे संकेत सर तो पैसे वाला है, he has Seltos. Okay, and he will increase, so they will increase my audit fees also. Okay, हमारे ऑडिटर फोर व्हीलर में आते हैं, वही अपना टू व्हीलर पे जा रहा है, कैसे लगेगा ना, ऑडिटर टू व्हीलर पे जा रहे है बेचारा। तो मैंने एसेट को एक्सचेंज किया विथ माय ससुर जी की फोर व्हीलर, सो देयर इज अ कमर्शियल सब्सटेंस। ऑलवेज गिविंग यू examples related to my father-in-law or my wife only to understand some concepts. Now the question is, entity A exchange land with a book value of rupees 10 lakhs. With a book value of rupees 10 lakhs. So this is BV book value. For cash 20 lakhs and plant and machinery 25 lakhs. But obvious, it is commercial substance, no doubt in that. So yes, can you tell me the entry for this? So beta, whenever there is a commercial substance, you will record the asset at fair value. You will record the asset at fair value. Now what you are giving beta? You are giving land. What happened here? Land of rupees 10 lakhs. Land goes out. What comes in? Cash 20 lakhs. Plant and machinery 25 lakhs. And to P&L 35 lakhs. So this is the entry. Cash account debit, plant and machinery account debit, 2 land, and 2 profit and loss account. Got the concept? Got the concept or not? And illustration number 9. If asset is exchanged and if there is a lack of commercial substance, so beta, we will record it. Book value of asset given up. Book value of asset given up. So now you only tell me the entry. Book value of assets given up. Chalo, tell me the entry. Tell me the entry. We will record it at book value of the asset given up. चलो जल्दी से मुझे बताइए. Yes, Mukta. You are correct. Tricky concept. Chali. I will read for you. Entity A exchange car with a book value of 13 lakhs and fair value of the car is 13 lakh 25,000. So I will draw the diagram for you. X, Y. What is the value? 13 lakhs. 13 lakh 25,000. It's a fair value. It's a BV. Fair value means value at which two knowledgeable parties are exchanging their assets and liabilities is called as fair value at arm's length price. This is 13 lakh 10,000. They are giving cash also. Cash of rupees 15,000. So this is a diagram. Lack of commercial substance. You can write full form. Lack of commercial substance. You can draw this diagram on question itself. So these two values are not important. Only asset book value which is given up. Given up is important. So what comes in? Cash comes in 15,000. Car Y comes in. It's a balancing figure. And you will record to car X. There is no profit or loss in this. If there is a commercial substance, there is no profit or no loss. Okay. 13 lakhs and car Y, you will record it at 12 lakh 85,000. It's a balancing figure. So this is a simple entry. Who recorded it? Ankit Gupta. Very good. Ankit Gupta ने बहुत बढ़िया आंसर दिया. Remaining students are not correct one. Beta, fair value is not important in case of if commercial substance lacks. If commercial substance lacks, fair value is of no use. Okay. So write down this example. Write down. ओके बट आज हेवी डोज हो गया है, बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हो गए, बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स. Yes, over. Got the concept? No commercial substance and commercial substance. I will leave you early, beta. Don't worry. Today I know. Yes, heavy dose. बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स कवर किया, बहुत कॉन्सेप्ट्स. वेरी गुड. बेटा commercial substance, if there is a commercial substance, means you are getting satisfaction by exchanging that assets and you are getting some extra, then only beta there is a P&L. Na? If you are not getting something in return, just you are exchanging it with another asset, so in that case beta there is no commercial substance, and if there is no commercial substance you won't record that asset at fair value, and if there is no fair value, in that case there is no P&L. You got this concept, beta? Okay. चलिए. Okay, sir. Now we are moving to next concept. If PPE is purchased for no problem. PPE is acquired in exchange for non-monetary asset, commercial substance lacking. You can take a screenshot. Priority is for fair value of assets given up. Lacking, in that case, book value of asset given up. And if exists, fair value of asset given up or fair value of asset taken up, whichever is more clearly evident. Friends, I hope you got these concepts. 8 and 9 we cover. In case of it is consolidated price, PPE for consolidated price, in that case, apportionment of various items on the basis of fair value. Now understand this concept. This is very easy concept. Please understand. Suppose I bought many assets at rupees 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs. So this is a consolidated price I have given. Assume it's individual prices. We will write it 1,50,000, 2,50,000 or 50,000, and total of this is 10 lakhs. Total of this individual assets is 10 lakhs, but we bought it at, as this is a consolidation, this is a bunch of all assets. So we bought it at rupees 8 lakhs. So we will divide this in the ratio of 10 lakhs, 150s to 250s, 250. This 8 lakhs amount, we will divide it over their fair values, in case of standalone balances. Okay. So beta, this logic is very simple. Apportion on various items on the basis of their respective individual fair values ratio. Okay. Individual fair value ratio. If it is covered under finance lease, it is S19. You are going to learn it in the group 2, operating lease versus finance lease. I'm not going to tell it now. And government grant related to PPE, very simple. If it is property, plant and equipment, if it is related to property, plant and equipment, remember S12 principle is applicable. And what is S12 principle? Yes, it is deduction from the assets, or you will record it as a deferred GG. So as per S12, if it is a different situation in case of measurement. So there are total 5 situations. Number 1, in case of hire purchase, if you bought one asset on hire purchase, if you exchange asset with another asset, if you purchase in the consolidated price, June mein le liya assets ko under finance lease, and last one is a government grant. I hope you are clear with this concept. Okay. Next one. Measurement after recognition. Cost model and revaluation model. Cost model means you will add it at cost only. Cost minus accumulated depreciation minus accumulated impairment losses. Now, what is impairment loss? Understand the concept. Impairment loss. I'm going to explain it now. Assume your asset is book value is rupees 1 lakh. What is your book value or written down value is rupees 1 lakh. But beta, it is recoverable amount. Now, what is recoverable amount? Let's understand it. What is recoverable amount? Recoverable amount is higher of value in use and net realizable value. Now, value in use means present value of all future inflows. Present value of all future inflows. Now, what is future inflows? Suppose if that asset will generate you for next 4-5 years, 10,000, 20,000, 15,000, 18,000, 30,000. So you will calculate multiplied by discounting factor in financial management and even in the mathematics, you know that how to calculate present value, and this present value we will calculate, assume this present value comes to rupees 90,000. And if you are going to sell it in the market, it is 80,000. So beta, value in use is 90,000, it is greater, and as value in use is greater, your recoverable amount will be 90,000. But as your book value is less than, is greater than your recoverable amount. So this 10,000 difference is called as impairment loss. Impairment loss. It is not depreciation. It will be recorded in the profit and loss account. So you will record your asset at 90,000, but it is called as impairment loss. It is called as impairment loss. आया समझ में? Okay. So beta, book value is rupees 1 lakh and recoverable amount. Now, what is recoverable amount? Value in use and net realizable value, whichever is higher. तो एक बार हिंदी में बताता हूं बेटा, आपके बुक में 1 लाख की वैल्यू दिख रही है, पर इसकी रिकवरेबल अमाउंट रा मतलब रिकवरेबल अमाउंट आपकी होती है हायर ऑफ वैल्यू इन यूज। वैल्यू इन यूज मतलब क्या? आप वो एसेट से जो भी पैसा कमाने वाले हो उसकी आज की वैल्यू, पैसा कितना कमाओगे तो पहले ईयर में 20,000, दूसरे ईयर में 15,000, ये सबकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकाली जाएगी। एंड प्रेजेंट वैल्यू आपको एफएम में सिखाया जाएगा हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू। तो उनकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू और नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू, इसमें से जो भी रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू मतलब बेचने गए तो जो वैल्यू आएगा विचएवर इज हायर हम लोग कंसीडर करेंगे। और यदि ये 1 लाख है और ये 90,000 है तो 10,000 आपका इंपेयरमेंट लॉस होगा। यदि ये 1 लाख है और ये 1,20,000 है, दिस इज 1,20,000, सो नो इंपेयरमेंट लॉस। नो इंपेयरमेंट लॉस एज रिकवरेबल अमाउंट इज ग्रेटर देन बुक वैल्यू। इंपेयरमेंट का मीनिंग हिंदी में क्या होएगा बेटा? डोंट नो। हिंदी में आप बोल सकते हो उसकी वैल्यू को कम होना। इंपेयरमेंट मतलब वैल्यू को कम होना उसके बुक वैल्यू से। राधिका आज के लिए ज्यादा हो गया, आई नो, पर बेटा वी डू नॉट हैव ऑप्शंस। 2 डेज ही बचे हैं मेरे लाइफ में भी और आपके भी लाइफ में, मतलब अकाउंट्स ग्रुप 1 के लिए तो लाइफ में नहीं बचे, मतलब 2 सेशन है, एक सेशन में हमें डेप्रिसिएशन भी कंप्लीट करना है। सो वेट फॉर सम टाइम बेटा, 5 to 10 minutes। ओके, वी आर ऑलमोस्ट एट द एंड ऑफ दिस first part of this topic, that is a property, plant and equipment. In next session we are going to see what is depreciation. Okay, क्यों बेटा आज बहुत थक गई क्या? बहुत ज्यादा थ्योरी हो जाता है, बहुत ज्यादा। थोड़ा सॉल्विंग रहेगा ना, मजा आता है, आई नो दैट, बट yes, this is how your accounting standards are. So that's why students are normally leaving these topics in option. But yes, Sanket's students, they never, yes, they know all these provisions in detail. Don't worry. Now you know it. All 9 questions you know ना बेटा, क्या डरना क्या उसमें? ठीक है, थियरी एक आध दिन संकेत सर के लिए पढ़ लेंगे, उतना क्या है उसमें। ओके सर, क्यों आप लॉ की थियरी नहीं पढ़ते हो क्या इतना डिटेल में? लॉ की थियरी भी पढ़ते ही रहोगे ना, इस ऑडिट का, लॉ का, तो वो तो बैठते हो ना। फिर मेरे सब्जेक्ट में क्या है बेटा, मुझे भी बोर होता है थियरी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाने को, बट बेटा वी डोंट हैव ऑप्शन, दिस इज इन सिलेबस। अल्टीमेटली यू शुड नॉट टेल मी कि सर ये सिखाया नहीं था वही आ गया। नो नो नो, आई डोंट वांट दैट ब्लेम। एनआरवी ज्यादा होगा तो बेटा एनआरवी ले लेंगे। But I already explained, Vikas Bansalji, if recoverable amount is greater, in that case, yes, there is no impairment loss. Revaluation model, you understood what is revaluation model. Just now telling you about the revaluation model. Now, please understand, this is already, you covered it in the foundation only. So foundation students, they are aware about this revaluation. Now, explaining the last concept of the day, revaluation. Please have some patience. Chalo, recoverable amount to ho gaya. Now let's understand what is revaluation. Yes, revaluation. Now understand your asset WDV. Understand it quickly. Asset WDV is rupees 100. And you are following revaluation model. You want to follow revaluation model. Now, what is revaluation model? Revaluation model means you just want to show your asset at their fair value. You want to show your asset at fair value, which is called as revaluation model. Suppose I bought one land before 10 years at rupees 30 lakhs, and today's value of that land is almost 1 crore. Okay. So before 10 years, it is showing at 30 lakhs, but today's value is 1 crore. So I should record my asset. So suppose in my book, if there is a land, that land I should record it at 1 crore and not at 30 lakhs. So why? Because revaluation model. So your balance sheet will get strengthened. Okay. So your balance sheet will get strong if you are recording it at revaluation model. So many companies, listed companies, because small companies will not go with this revaluation model normally. Why they won't? Because there is need of some professional persons to take revaluation. So normally in your articleship practice, if you are in the small firm, okay, your business means your clients, they won't show it at cost, revalued model. They are showing it at cost. But yes, many companies, they are following at revaluation model. Okay. So revaluation model, if there is a upward revaluation and if there is a downward revaluation, upward versus downward. First time upward revaluation, first time assume 120 and downward revaluation is rupees 90, first time. So in the books, it is showing 100 rupees balance. Upward revaluation means your asset is increasing. So asset is increasing, here asset account debit. And here downward revaluation means asset account is credit. It's very simple that asset account is debited by rupees 20. And if there is a downward from 100 to 90. So these are two cases, 20 rupees. Now question is, sir, should I record it to P&L? No. Whether this is my profit? Yes, it is your profit, but you should not route it through P&L, because if P&L is credited, it means you will give dividend out of this, and this is unrealized profit. Beta, this is unrealized gain. Unrealized gain. Realized means you are receiving cash, but this is not receiving cash. This is only on book. You are recording at 120. ये सिर्फ book में है जिसको आप 120 पे record कर रहे हो. And first time 90. So beta, which account is credited? Here, revaluation surplus account is credited. Which account is credited? Revaluation surplus, and it is directly recorded under resource and surplus. Not routed through P&L. Not routed through P&L. So do not pay dividend out of this. Don't pay dividend. But beta, if there is a first time loss, if it is a first time loss, beta, you will give P&L account debit. It's correct. Your dividend amount will get reduced. Your loss is there. It is your loss. And why this is P&L debit? Because as per prudence concept says, talks about your anticipated losses are there, but no anticipated profits. So beta, profits, we won't record it in the P&L because this is unrealized profit. Okay. And when it is unrealized loss, you will rotate it through P&L, and P&L से रूट हुआ, इसका मतलब डिविडेंड देने के लिए प्रॉफिट कम होगा. डिविडेंड देने के लिए प्रॉफिट कम होगा. इट्स ओके दैट डिविडेंड देने के लिए प्रॉफिट कम हुआ तो. सो डाउनवर्ड रिवैल्यूएशन P&L डेबिट, upward revaluation surplus credit. Now first time 20 रुपीज से इंक्रीज हुआ. Now second time. We will assume three cases. Okay. So first time it is 20 rupees. So your balance. So I will go with this upward revaluation case. Balance in revaluation surplus. Is rupees 20. How much is the balance? Rupees 20. Now case 1. Now I am giving three different cases. Case 2, case 3. Suppose again upward revaluation 10. Second time. Downward revaluation rupees 15 and downward revaluation rupees 37. Okay. So now there are three cases. First time upward. So your balance in revaluation surplus 20 rupees. Your balance in revaluation surplus is rupees 20. First time increase and subsequent. This is subsequent. So entry will be here asset is debited 10 rupees. Here asset is credited 15 rupees and here asset is credited 37 rupees. So you got this concept. In first case asset is debited and remaining two cases asset is credited. So again revaluation surplus. So beta now your revaluation surplus will show balance rupees 30. First time 20 increase, second time again 10 increase. So beta total balance kitna hua? 30 rupees. So total balance is rupees 30. In subsequent revaluation. So revaluation surplus debit 15 rupees. Balance in revaluation surplus. Balance 20 minus 15, 5 rupees. What is the balance? 5 rupees. And revaluation surplus 20 because balance is only 20 in third case. And P&L account balancing figure 17. बैलेंस इज इक्वल टू 0. देखो एक बार मैं हिंदी में बता देता हूं. पहली बार आपने 20 रुपए से ये ऊपर लिया, 20 रुपए से आपका बैलेंस ऊपर है और अभी तीन अलग अलग केसेस दिए. पहले केस में 10 से इंक्रीज हुआ, तो रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस में 20 तो था ही, ऊपर और 10 आया तो रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस में 30 आया. पर डाउनवर्ड हुआ 15, डाउनवर्ड नीचे गया तो पहले किसको यूज करेंगे? पहले रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस को यूज करेंगे. सर रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस में 20 ऑलरेडी क्रेडिट बैलेंस था तो अभी डेबिट देना रे बेटा, 15 रुपए से डेबिट दे दे, खत्म कर. रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस में कितना बचा? पहला 20 क्रेडिट था, 15 डेबिट होएगा तो 5 रुपया अभी भी क्रेडिट छे, 5 रुपया अभी भी क्रेडिट छे. और सपोज 37 से डाउन हुआ, सर 37 से डाउन हुआ तो 20 रुपए ही बैलेंस है रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस में, तो B&L को 17 रुपए डेबिट देने का. P&L को कितना डेबिट देने का? 17 रुपया. ओके, इट्स वेरी सिंपल, ओके. सो दिस इज अ रिवैल्यूएशन सब्सिक्वेंट. फर्स्ट टाइम इंक्रीज एंड सेकंड टाइम डिक्रीज. फर्स्ट टाइम इंक्रीज, सेकंड टाइम इंक्रीज, second time decrease, second time, third time also decrease. These are cases, another 3 cases. Now here, now what is the balance in P&L? Yes. Now P&L balance is debit rupees 10. And now subsequent cases, case 1, case 2, case 3. Case 1, case 2, case 3. Here downward by rupees again 75. चलो 75. So downward कितने से हुआ? 15 rupees. Here it is assume 95. So upward by rupees 5. Because your balance plant and machinery showing 90 rupees balance and assume 135. 135 मतलब increase कितने से होएगा? 45 rupees. Now you only tell me all 3 cases answer. Let's see who is answering very good. Yes, correct answer. Chalo. So 3 cases. first time downward. So in P&L, so first utilize P&L and then you can use revaluation surplus. Chalo, let's see who is answering fast. First case, P&L account debit 15 to asset 15. So P&L balance 10 debit plus 15 debit, 25 debit. First case. Second case, P&L debit 5. Sorry. Asset account debit 5 to P&L 5. So P&L balance 10 debit minus 5 credit. So 5 still debit. And in last case, asset account debit 45. Asset account debit 45 to P&L beta restricted to 10 and to revaluation surplus 35. So here P&L balance will be 0 and revaluation surplus balance will be 35. So this is how you have to understand. Who answered it correctly? Yes. First answer by Akash Nil. Swati answered it correctly. Very good. So this is how subsequent revaluation is there. You can see the revaluation technique. Significant, insignificant, annual. Significant means important. Every time there is a revaluation. So in how many years we should do revaluation? If it is significant item, significant property, plant and equipment, then annual revaluation. If insignificant, it is 3 years to 5 years. Okay, so carrying amount will be equal to fair value. This netting up and grossing up concept, please better leave it in the option. Don't worry. Revaluation done by class, it's allowed beta. Class by class revaluation is allowed. For example, if you revalue only commercial building and residential building, you are not revalued, it's okay. Industrial building you revalued and commercial building you are not revalued, office building, it is also allowed. So revaluation is by class, not entire. For example, if you revalue building, so you have to revalue all buildings. If you revalue vehicles, you have to revalue all vehicles. Okay. Furniture, all furniture. So only furniture is revalued, building is not revalued, it's okay. Class by class is allowed. Okay. And this is already increase or decrease. Yes, I already explained this concept. So no need to explain it once again. So retirement and derecognition, we'll do it in the next session. That depreciation part is still remaining. So last part, retirement, derecognition, changes in existing decommissioned and liabilities, and depreciation, that we are going to explain it in the next session. So till now, I hope you understood everything. 10 illustrations we have completed. Yes, enjoyed or not enjoyed, no worries beta, because ultimately this is accounting standard 10 and this is very important from your practical point of view. So it's always better to Focus on this accounting standard, and please read all the provisions of accounting standard 10 from your study material and solve all illustrations. Please note down all these points, screenshots. One more time, you can see this session once again and go through this session and write down all important provisions. So this is all from my side. I will take a short revision of all these points. So beta, what is property, plant and equipment? Property, plant and equipment is a tangible assets which is more than 12 months and it is expected to use for more than 12 months, and this is only for production of goods and supply of services, or for renting it to other people and for administrative purpose. So next one, it is a when to recognize. So what is the criteria, whether this is accounting standard or disclosure standard? So this is accounting standard. So recognition, derecognition, retirement, that is RMPD analysis, measurement, presentation and disclosure, all 4 points are important. Scope of S10, beta, it is not applicable to vesting of assets or vesting means minerals वगैरह, or if it is covered by the another accounting standards, and plants other than bearer plants. So for bearer plants this is applicable, for other than bearer plants it is not applicable. Recognition criteria, if it is probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise, and if it is the cost can be measured reliably. If you understand my this speed, okay, you understood this standard 100%. If you catch my speed, okay, so please try to catch my speed. If probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise and cost can be measured reliably, then you will record this asset. Measurement criteria, measurement will be at cost, or first time it is at cost, and second time subsequent at cost model or revaluation model. Suppose if you are recognizing at recognition that cost is equal to direct purchase price plus directly attributable expenses and dismantling cost will be recorded at present value. You have to make it a provision in your books of accounts. So measurement, different situations of measurement of cost. Number one, it is purchase on the higher purchase price. Second one in case of exchange with another asset. Third one is for finance lease. Fourth one is government grant, and for consolidated price. So 5 situations are there. And one more point, yes, I forgot that at the time of recognition, first time if we are incurring the cost, that is the main cost, and then a subsequent cost, they are divided in the 3 parts. One is the day-to-day servicing, which is transferred to profit and loss account. Replacement cost, last part that is replaced, that will be deducted, and new part will be added, and the inspection cost, you have a same provision. After that, suppose if you purchase it, different situations. Number one, if it is purchased at the higher purchase price, you will record it as the cash price. Second one, in case of commercial substance is there, you will record at fair value of assets given up or taken up, whichever is more clearly evident. First priority is for the fair value of the asset given up. And suppose there is no commercial substance, there will be no profit or loss, only we will record it at the same book value which are old books में आने वाला था. उसके बाद we understood that fair value in case of consolidated price, all fair values of all individual assets. After that, fourth situation will be finance lease S19 and government grant S12. After that, we have seen that there are 2 models, cost model and revaluation model. In revaluation model, it is credited to revaluation surplus and debited to profit and loss account. If upward revaluation, credited to revaluation surplus, so you cannot pay dividend out of this. And if it is debited to profit and loss account, that is a downward revaluation, P&L account is debited, that is dividend cannot be paid out of this. So this is all for this accounting standard 10 till now. I hope you enjoyed. Suppose tell me in the comment section how many of you got my last 5 minutes revision. If you understood this 5 minutes revision, means you understood thoroughly this accounting standard. So beta, I hope you enjoyed. And in next session, we are going to meet with remaining part of the standard, that is the retirement, recognition, changes in the existing, decommissioning and liabilities, depreciation and disclosures. Carrying amount means beta WDV, written down value. Okay. Too many examples, 10 examples we have completed. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Ramji, over. Ramji, over.